Well, we're going to go live and tell you what is happening now at the Olympics, because Team South Africa is at a mixed bag of feelings close to the end of the games in France. It's the penultimate day of action in Paris. So far, the team has achieved 5 medals, including 1 gold, 2 silvers and 2 bronze medals. And to tell us more about how the games have unfolded so far and to look ahead to tonight's final in the women's marathon, which is the last event tomorrow, is SABC Sports researcher, senior researcher Janet Whitton, and Olympic Fundi too. She's here in studio with us. Good evening, Janet, and thanks for being here.
Nice to be here.
That 5 is changing to 6. You've got good news for us. What do you have?
Absolutely fantastic news. You might have seen on the screen behind us a short while ago the face of Johanna van Dijk, who is our javelin thrower, and she's just won our 6th medal, and it's a silver.
Hey!
It's a fabulous performance from her. It really is. She had a really big throw in the qualifiers to get there, and I think that she would have got a lot of confidence from that. She's competed in quite a lot of high-level events, and she went to quite a few without even reaching the final, without making the top 12. So even making the top 12 would have been satisfying for her, if you know what I mean. But a silver medal is just absolutely amazing. What a brilliant, unexpected, brilliant.
There you have it. Then it's been confirmed. Team South Africa has picked up another medal at the Olympic Games in Paris. Maybe you should stay here until 9, Janet, because we've got the 4x400 meter men in the relay. They snuck through after that protest there. I don't know if they showed you enough in the heat to say that they can challenge. How do you see their chances?
You know, I'm not feeling confident about them. Not just because of the almost the debacle of the heat. I mean, it was rather disappointing. They weren't really in it at that point anyway. So they were in a sense they were lucky with what happened. It gave them a place in the final. So they're the 9th. There'll be 9 teams in the final rather than 8, because we added to the 8 that qualified in the usual fashion. But you know, our 400-meter runners, when you look at them, haven't actually been great. And not just Wade. Wade has been very, very disappointing. And he's expressed that himself. And he said himself a couple of days ago that he wasn't sure if he was even going to run in the relay for no other reason but that because he's running badly. Laith Pillay in the semi-final was disappointing. He was very flat. He's had a much better season than he showed there. So our 400-meter runners aren't really producing their top form to the best of their own ability, like our 100-meter guys did. I mean, our 100-meter guys really were in top form and kind of almost surpassed their own abilities in a sense to get that silver medal.
Do you think the repechage took a lot out of the guys like Zagetinen and Laith Pillay also? I think it's an extra race at the end of the day.
It is an extra race, and you know, the last time I was sitting here during the opening ceremony of the World Cup, Anna Malherbe was with us, and I had a chat to him after as we were walking out of the studio, and he said to me he thought that, and I mean, he has experience, he's been there, and he said he thought the repechage was a really bad idea because it's almost making it impossible for those guys to, with an extra race, and it's right up to 1500. I mean, running an extra 1500 is a lot of energy and a lot of just psychological time spent in that kind of situation. So I'm not sure that it works. It does give people a chance. It does give people who maybe made a silly mistake a chance. But it also takes away a chance of somebody who might have qualified with a small queue, with the fastest time. Then they have to run again instead of just being able to go into the semi-final. I'm not sure that it's such a good idea. I've heard comments made, and Sebastian Coe was talking about it. They think it's great. They think it's a spectacle. It adds to this kind of tension. But I don't think it's good for the athletes.
Okay, Sebastian Coe won't be happy with you. He's Lord Sebastian Coe, Janet. But overall now, Team South Africa 6 medals, 3 more than Tokyo already. Overall, what has been your impression of the team's overall performance with Brian Ratz in the men's high jump tonight? Didn't do too well?
No, he didn't do too well. He came last actually, and he would have been disappointed. He went out on 2:17, which is and he's capable of much better than that. But he's also quite young, so he's going to be around for a while. Hopefully he will do better next time. But overall, those 6 medals, you know, the only games post-isolation that we've got more than that was in Rio. And in Rio, we had an extraordinary athletics team that included included a world a record-breaking Wade, 43.03. Exactly, it had Castor and Castor there, and it had some of the swimmers. Chad was still swimming well then. So I mean, we had a really good team then. I think 6 medals from the team that we had here is actually a really good performance, and it's our second best performance since isolation. It matches Athens and London. I think we also got 6. I think we were slightly higher on the medals tables in those games because we got more gold medals, and as you know, gold medals is everything. Gold medals is how they judge where you are on the medals table. But I think 6 is great, and you know what? You know why it's particularly great is because of the events that we've got them in. Our first ever mountain biking
with Alan
medal,
Hadley,
which was good. The rugby sevens team, people sort of say, well, you know, we should be winning medals in rugby sevens, but don't forget the awful season that the sevens team actually had. The Blitzbokke were absolutely horrendous this season. They kind of snuck in the back door, had to go via a special qualifying tournament in Monaco, and they managed to get through. So that was actually a really good medal. It really was. I think that perhaps there might have been hopes for more medals in swimming, perhaps even a second gold, obviously, for Tatiana. They were hoping for a second gold in that 200. There were hopes that Peter Coetzee might get something, and obviously the hopes that we always have for Akani. But I think 6 is really good.
Okay, that's the verdict then in the scorecard from Janet Whitton. There could be 7, but it's an outside chance. Anything can happen if you're in the final of the men's 4x400 meters. That relay will start exactly at 9. But thank you for being here with us, Janet, and thanks for the update and the good news that you've brought us about Joanne van Dijk.
No problem.
Okay, Joanne van Dijk winning silver in the women's javelin throw tonight, just a few moments ago, and hopefully she'll inspire the men's 4x400 meter relay team, which is in action at 9. That's where we're going to have to leave it here on Sports Live tonight. It's been a wonderful show. The Olympics will wrap up with Gerda Steyn taking part in the women's marathon tomorrow. Let's see if she can improve from her performance in Tokyo. That's it from us, though. It's good night.